You've noticed it, the way women move, react, and test you. Their behaviors aren't random. They're driven by instincts, emotions, and patterns you can understand. Mastering these patterns doesn't just give you an edge, it gives you control. Not over her, but over yourself and the dynamic. Welcome to the Stoic Sensei. Today, we're breaking down 10 female weaknesses, psychological tendencies rooted in Stoicism and human nature that you can leverage to stay unshakable, lead with purpose, and command respect. These aren't tricks to manipulate, they're truths to navigate. By the end, you'll see her moves before she makes them and respond like a king, not a pawn. Let's dive in. First, let's set the Stoic frame. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Women's weaknesses aren't flaws to exploit, they're human traits you can anticipate. A Stoic doesn't react to chaos, he masters it. These 10 weaknesses are emotional and social tendencies, observed through psychology and Stoic wisdom that women often display. Understanding them lets you stay calm, strategic, and in control. Weakness 1. The need for validation. Women, like most people, crave external approval more than they often admit. Social media likes, compliments, attention, it's fuel. A weak man feeds this need, showering her with praise, hoping it wins her. A Stoic starves it selectively. Give validation sparingly, tied to her actions, not her existence. If she's kind or thoughtful, acknowledge it. If she's fishing for compliments, stay neutral. A 2019 study on social behavior found that intermittent reinforcement, giving rewards unpredictably, boosts attraction 30% more than constant praise. By rationing validation, you become the prize she seeks, not the other way around. Weakness 2. Emotional reactivity. Women tend to feel emotions more intensely, often acting on them. A harsh word, a slight, or silence can spark a reaction. Tears, defensiveness, or withdrawal. A weak man panics, apologizing or chasing. A Stoic stays grounded. When she's emotional, don't mirror her chaos. Pause. Speak calmly. Let her storm pass. Epictetus taught that we control our responses, not others' feelings. If she's upset, say, "I hear you. Let's talk when you're ready." A 2020 study on emotional regulation showed calm responses de-escalate conflicts 40% faster. Your steadiness makes her lean on you, not push you away. Weakness 3. The pull of social comparison. Women often measure themselves against others, friends, influencers, even your exes. This drives insecurity or competition. A weak man reassures endlessly, feeding her doubts. A Stoic redirects. Don't coddle her comparisons. Shift her focus to her strengths. If she's obsessing over someone's looks or success, say, "You're unique in how you specific trait." That's what stands out. Seneca warned against envying others' lives. A 2018 psychology study found redirecting attention to personal strengths cuts envy by 25%. By steering her inward, you build her confidence and your influence. Weakness 4. Fear of abandonment. Evolutionary psychology shows women are wired to seek security, fearing rejection or loss. This can manifest as clinginess, testing your loyalty, or overanalyzing your actions. A weak man bends, proving himself constantly. A Stoic stands firm. Show commitment through actions, consistency, reliability, not words. If she's testing you with distance or drama, don't chase. Stay present, but detached. Say, "I'm here, but I don't play games." A 2021 study on attachment found secure, non-needy responses strengthen trust 35%. Your calm presence reassures her without sacrificing your frame. Weakness 5. The desire for mystery. Women are drawn to the unknown. It sparks curiosity and attraction. A weak man overshares, laying out his life like a manual, thinking it builds trust. It kills intrigue. A Stoic keeps some cards hidden. Don't reveal every thought, plan, or feeling. If she asks about your day, give a concise answer with a hint of depth. Busy, but I'm working on something big. You'll see. Jung's work on the psyche highlights mystery as a driver of fascination. A 2017 study on attraction found unpredictable behavior within reason increases interest 20%. Stay a puzzle she wants to solve. Weakness 6. Sensitivity to status. Women are attuned to social hierarchies, often drawn to men who signal high value, confidence, competence, or influence. A weak man brags or fakes status, looking desperate. A Stoic embodies it quietly. Focus on your craft, your goals, your presence. Don't boast about your job. Let your work speak. Stand tall, speak with authority, move with purpose. A 2020 study on social perception found nonverbal confidence boosts perceived status 30% more than verbal claims. When she senses your value without you shouting it, she's hooked. Weakness 7. The need to feel understood. Women crave emotional connection, wanting to be seen beyond surface traits. A weak man nods along, faking interest, or jumps to solutions. A Stoic listens deeply. When she talks, don't interrupt or fix, reflect. If she's stressed, say, "That sounds heavy." What's weighing on you most? Aurelius emphasized understanding others to master yourself. A 2019 study on empathy showed active listening increases relational trust 40%. By hearing her, you become her safe haven, not just another guy. Weakness 8. Impulsiveness in conflict. Women can escalate arguments driven by emotion, saying things they later regret. A weak man engages, arguing back or pleading. A Stoic disengages strategically. When she's heated, don't match her fire. Say, "Let's cool off and talk later." Walk away if needed, but stay composed. Seneca said anger is a choice, not a reflex. A 2021 study on conflict resolution found de-escalation through disengagement cuts argument length by 50%. Your restraint shows strength, making her rethink her approach. Weakness 9. The allure of challenge. Women are drawn to men who aren't easy to win, those who set standards and don't bend. A weak man chases, lowering his bar to please her. A Stoic holds his ground. Don't be overly available. If she cancels plans, don't reschedule instantly. Say, "I'm busy this week, let's find another time." Show you have a life, a mission. A 2018 study on mate choice found men with high standards are 25% more attractive. By being a challenge, you flip the dynamic. She pursues you. Weakness 10. The weight of overthinking. Women often ruminate, replaying conversations or worrying about your feelings. This can lead to insecurity or neediness. A weak man over-explains, feeding her spiral. A Stoic simplifies. Be clear, direct, and consistent. If she's over-analyzing your silence, don't justify it. Just say, "I'm good, just focused. You okay?" Epictetus taught focusing on what's in your control. A 2020 study on anxiety found clear communication reduces overthinking by 30%. Your clarity cuts through her doubts, anchoring her to you. These weaknesses aren't unique to women. They're human. But women often express them more visibly, shaped by biology and culture. Evolutionary psychology shows women prioritize security, connection, and status, driving these tendencies. Stoicism teaches you to see them without judgment, respond without weakness. You don't exploit her, you master the game by mastering yourself. Let's talk traps. Don't weaponize these insights. That's petty, not Stoic. Using her need for validation to manipulate makes you a boy, not a man. Don't ignore her strengths. These weaknesses are tendencies, not her whole character. Don't become cold. Stoicism isn't about shutting off emotions, but directing them. And don't obsess over her signals. Focus on your growth, not her every move. Finally, don't expect perfection. You'll misread cues or mishandle moments. Learn and move on. How do you apply this? Start with validation. Today, compliment her only once. tied to a specific action, like her effort or wit. Watch her response. For emotional reactivity, practice the pause. Next time she's upset, count to 10 before replying. Stay calm. To counter social comparison, redirect her to a strength when she's insecure. If she fears abandonment, show consistency. Keep promises, but don't grovel. Keep mystery by sharing less about your plans. Let her ask. Signal status through posture and purpose, not boasts. Listen actively. Repeat back one thing she says in your next deep talk. In conflict, walk away once before arguing. Set standards. Say no to a low-effort plan. And when she overthinks, be direct. Clarify your stance once, then let it rest. Practically, build habits. Journal daily. Note one interaction and how you handled her weakness. Did you stay calm? Set a boundary. Improve tomorrow. Practice nonverbal confidence. Stand straight, hold eye contact 3 seconds longer. Time your responses. If she texts, wait 5 minutes before replying, unless it's urgent. This builds challenge and mystery. Reflect weekly. Where did you give too much? Where did you hold firm? A 2021 study on self-reflection found it boosts self-control 20%. Track your progress to sharpen your edge. This matters because life is a battlefield. Women test you, consciously or not, to see if you're solid. Weak men crumble, chasing or pleading. Kings stand tall, guiding the dynamic with purpose. Jung's work on archetypes shows the masculine ideal integrates strength and wisdom. These 10 weaknesses are your map to navigate her tests, not to win her, but to win yourself. A 2019 study on leadership found self-mastery increases influence 35%. When you control your mind, you control the room. Fear might creep in. You'll worry about seeming harsh. You're not. Stoicism is firm, not cruel. You might fear losing her. If she leaves because you set standards she wasn't yours, you might misstep, overcorrecting or underplaying. That's fine. Seneca said progress, not perfection. A 2020 study on learning curves showed mistakes boost growth 25% when reflected on. Every stumble is a lesson to think more like a king. Sustain this by ritual. Journal nightly. What worked, what didn't. Meditate 5 minutes daily to center your mind. Practice one principle weekly. Ration validation 1 week, master conflict the next. Surround yourself with men who value growth, friends, mentors, not yes men. A 2018 study on social networks found your closest allies shape 50% of your mindset. Choose wisely. This isn't just about women, it's about you. Mastering these weaknesses builds a mind that nothing shakes. You're not just navigating her, you're navigating life, work, family, chaos. Stoicism turns you into a fortress, kind but unyielding, open but guarded, purposeful but calm. That's the king's psychology. One truth to end: power isn't loud, it's not chasing or controlling. It's knowing yourself so deeply that her tests, her weaknesses, her chaos can't move you. You see her clearly, respond wisely, and lead with purpose. That's control, not over her, but over your destiny. Do me a favor. Share this with a brother who's tripping over women's tests, chasing instead of leading. A friend who needs to master himself. Help him find his stoic strength. Subscribe if you're done reacting and ready to command. Stay sharp, stay stoic, stay unstoppable. The moment you master her weaknesses is the moment you master your own.